I want to switch over now. We talked about our second segment, and what we're going to be talking about are homes. We're going to start with Brett first. He's going to talk to us about some financing options other than the program that he has in collaboration with Comfort with respect to, they've been putting on seminars, and they're free. I have a friend of mine, his name is Floyd Wilson, Christian Business Institute. I just want to do a shout out to Floyd, wherever you are, you're a great man. But he always says at his events, it's a price you can't afford, it's free. So we can all afford that.
We can all afford free.
We can all afford free. You've been online clicking for stuff that's free.
Yeah.
Their seminar is free. They're not going to give you the whole seminar today because they give you a lot of information in that seminar. But they're going to do their best to cover what is appealing about the HUD home process, their outreach, because they actually, it's a HUD outreach seminar. So that means HUD is reaching out to you as a purchaser. They want to bring you in and make you a homeowner through their products and their properties. So, Brett, if you would start out with us with what Fidelity has for us.
Well, great, Lisa. Well, first off, I want to thank Ed, because Ed is absolutely right. The first thing you have to do in the process is sit down. If you're married, sit down with your partner and making sure that you're ready to go through this endeavor, because it's a journey. And I like to say it's like watching A&E, and I watched television for an hour, and I found a house, renovated, bought with my wife, fixed it up, and sold it in 45 minutes. But that really doesn't happen, right?
Without commercials.
Without commercial, right.
Commercials,
and I like it because I find the house, have an argument, something fails in the house, then I fix it up, find a buyer, and it's sold in 45 minutes, and it's all good, and I wish real estate was like that. But as you know, it's a journey, it's a process, and you have to be involved in it together. And the other part is you have to start with a true real estate professional.
Yes.
Just like you said, there are folks that don't know what they're doing. They pass the class and it's great, but they don't have the experience to come together because you need that guidance and help to do that. Then the second step is you absolutely have to meet with a lender. Hopefully it's Fidelity, but it could be anybody else. But you have to get pre-approved because you don't want to put in contracts for practice, right? So you need to know. You want to understand what you can buy and what you can afford, and it's at the right product and the right price, and how do you do that? And then really, what is your negotiating room? And you start that by actually getting pre-approved with a lender where they've basically approved you for the loan. You can make the contract. It's almost as good as a cash offer as long as the property appraises, and you can become a homeowner.
That's right.
Now, from our perspective, lending is difficult today, right? It's changed. Everybody knows the lending world has changed from 2008 to where we are today. So you do need a professional that understands how to put things together, like tax returns and how to work with your credit, right? I don't ever say anybody has bad credit, right? Nobody has bad credit. They have challenge. They have challenge
I
credit,
like
right?
that.
Nobody has bad credit. I was
a little straighter down my chair.
Absolutely. I was a finance major in college, and I didn't take credit, right? They didn't show me how to use credit. People make bad credit decisions because no one's ever taught them about the credit process. Matter of fact, I was just doing understanding credit at the Fairfax Falls Church office today.
Oh, okay.
So, you work with the lender, and here's what we believe, and I know Comfort and I believe this, and I'm sure Ed and Lisa does. Everybody can buy a home. It's really time and motivation, right? What I don't want people to do is get discouraged. You may have challenge credit, but it's something you can work through. You may not have the money to buy. There's solutions to get that. So you have to meet with a real estate. How does that happen? Now, lending perspective, there might be a lender that has different products to help you get done.
That's true.
Self-employed buyers are difficult, right? Because we don't have goal congruency, right? Accountant's job is to reduce your taxable income as much as possible.
That's right.
Our job needs the income to get you help to buy a house, right?
That's
We're diametrically opposed in what we're trying to do.
Well,
we understand that. We have programs can underwrite based on cash flow, or I can look at the tax returns and find out what your accountant's written down that I could add back to get your income where it is.
That's right.
So we do have what I call self-employed solutions, whether it's a bank statement loan or an asset depletion loan that can help you get done. We also have, which I think is phenomenal, it's a great time to buy a house. If you're renting today, you should buy today. Whether it's a seller's market or buyer's market right now, real estate is the best way to build your financial future and create generational wealth. There's nothing you can do better for your family than buy real estate today. Even if the market's hot and property values are going up, the longer you wait, the more valuable the property becomes. All you do by wait is lose money. Right? So there are grant money that's available. Last month, Fidelity gave out $118,000 worth of grants in the month of October, to help people buy homes. It's an FHA 100. We can eliminate the down payment and closing costs, which means if you're renting today and you're paying $2,000 a month in rent, there's no reason you can't buy today. The question becomes for you as renters, can I buy today for less than I'm paying in rent? If the answer is yes, you should buy.
That's
right?
right.
Doesn't matter what the
That's
rate is,
right.
right? The issue is your affordability. And if I'm paying that today, I should rent.
right.
And then when you have home ownership, what? You get tax benefits. You get
That's
wealth
right.
accumulation, right? You get those things. You get safety for your family,
That's
right?
right.
Suppose your landlord decides to not rent to you next year. Right?
Oh.
What are you left with? Right.
Yes.
We do a lot of seminars together, and
Yes.
actually I own rental property, and I don't ever let my tenants come to one of my seminars because I don't want them to become a buyer. Oh, I did. Did I say that on television? No, I'm just
Yes.
kidding. Hopefully they don't watch this or they'll see
Yes.
this. But Mr. Carter, you said you could do that. Right? We don't want to tell them
I
that.
heard him.
Right.
You heard him.
Because it's a great time to buy, right? And
That's
we want
right.
to help, want to help people get to buy. So a couple challenges you have. We talked about challenge credit.
Yes.
We actually don't have any other credit, what are called credit overlays. These are lenders that would take an FHA guidelines and they're not comfortable with the risk, so they put additional underwriting requirements on that. Our company underwrites strictly to what the agencies will buy: FHA, VA, USDA, Fannie, Freddie.
Okay.
Basically means if it can be approved by FHA, I'll do the loan. I
Okay.
did a loan last month. I approved a borrower with a 560 credit score.
Awesome.
Right? So,
560. 560.
Right. So,
okay. So
right.
don't think you can't buy.
There's not a person out there, and I really believe this is, if you truly want to buy a home, it's a function of time plus motivation equals home ownership, right? If you put in the time and it's a goal, right? We start that journey, we start that endeavor together, and understand it might be a 30-day process, it might be a year process. It doesn't matter. What you need to do is say, this is my goal for my family and what I want to do. Then you work with real estate professionals and a lending professional to put what I call the path to home ownership, where we can get through the challenge credit issue. We can get through the income issue. We don't have cash to close. There's solutions to help you buy. What you need to do is understand it's a right time to buy and how you do it. From a niche product for us, you experience short sale foreclosure bankruptcy. I have a program 1 day out of short sale foreclosure bankruptcy. You can buy a house, which is important. We have a lot of people that had difficulty when the financial crisis started.
That's right.
Everybody says it was 2008. It really started in 2005. People had issues and they want to get back into the market now because they understand the value of home ownership and property values are going up. And rents in D.C. are the D.C. market is the fourth most expensive market in the country, right behind New York and San Francisco and Los Angeles. So we're in the top 10. It's awesome, right? So, right, exactly. Right on D.C. But we want to buy. Right,
That's
so
right.
a lot of people want to come back into the market today, so we have products to help them do that. So self-employed, grant programs, people with marginal credit, what we call challenge credit, we can help them become a homeowner today. People that have limited cash, we can help them as well. The bottom line is it's a great time to buy, so you need to enter into the market as well. Now,
That's right.
because Comfort and I are going to talk about the HUD home, if I can just talk about that.
Yes.
Ed and Lisa talked about inventory is difficult, right? We are in a supply seller's market, right? So there's limited supply.
That's right.
We watch the foreclosure sales, right? Everybody wants to buy a foreclosure. Well, that's what a HUD home is,
That's
right?
right.
A HUD home are homes that are tremendously valued right now because they are foreclosures, right? They're properties in winter foreclosure that HUD bought,
That's
that
right.
HUD has put back into the market. So one of the reasons we like HUD homes is there's value there, right?
That's
They
right.
always want to get over. Can we get over on the government? No, I'm
That's
just kidding.
it. That's
so
it.
the reality is, right? Everybody wants to find a value.
Get a HUD home and stick it to the man.
Right, stick it. Right. Well, I hope they don't see this, but the reality is, right? There's value there because they're a different motivated seller, right? They're not.
That's right.
They're not trying to maximize their profit like a seller would be in the market. What HUD do is move the property, right? So they're willing to take a discount because they want to move the property. HUD homes sell at significant discounts. However, you have to have a HUD approved agent, and with Comfort, you have to have somebody that's experienced in buying the HUD process because it's different. And that's what I want to talk about. The first reason is, why do you want to buy a HUD home? Because there's value there. It's probably the best value in the marketplace. The other part is where you have a house. I grew up in District Heights, so you have a house on. Oh, absolutely. I'm a Suitland High guy. So
my daughter.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes.
So I lived in Gateway Boulevard, right? So now in District Heights, you might have 8 or
Yes.
nine offers on that, right? Because everybody
Yes.
wants to be there. Well, the HUD home, it's a foreclosure. Not many people know about it. You might be competing against no one, right?
That's true.
Because it's a foreclosure and everybody's going to the shiny penny. Then maybe
That's
you look
right.
at the not so shiny penny and can find value there. So that's kind of the entry into the HUD homes and why it's such a great value, because everybody wants foreclosures. Well, here you go. Here's a way to do it. So,
Okay.
So talk to us.
Okay. As you have said,
yes.
I'm the REO listing agent for Fairfax Realty.
Yes.
That means I got to list all the foreclosed houses that comes through Fairfax Realty,
Excellent.
and they actually hire me to promote home owner occupancy.
Okay.
Their goal is to promote, home owner occupancy. This is a minority business, and then, I'm supposed to go out there like every month and report back to HUD. How am I promoting HUD homes? And the first step is just like Brett said, that's why I partner with Fidelity Direct.
Yes.
Because they've been in the business and I mean, just like he said, since he was 7 years old.
Absolutely.
Yes, indeed.
Wait, you were younger. You were 6. I was 7. Ed was the older gentleman. He was 8. So I'm just saying.
See?
So.
What can I say?
I was in diapers.
Right. So.
Okay. So the first step is to, know what you are qualified for.
Yes.
Because if HUD accepts your bid,
Yes.
and you do not close, you forfeit your earnest money deposit, which is in most cases for houses that are over 150,000, you got to put down $1,000.
Okay.
And any house that is below $50,500.
And that makes it affordable for you, because some folks I've spoken with have had problems getting an earnest money deposit because the general rule, and Ed can correct me if I'm wrong, it's about 1% of the purchase price is usually what sellers are looking for. But sometimes you can go in less than that. But with the HUD properties, they have it really low to make it accessible.
Earnest money deposit.
And what that earnest money deposit is just that's the funds that you submit with your offer. It's called consideration, to show that you're serious about the purchase. That you have some skin in the game.
Yes.
So the seller feels like, okay, you put this money down because if you don't perform, which means your deal doesn't go to closing because of something that you didn't do, they're going to take your consideration. They're going to consider that. They're going to take that, and that's going to become their consideration.
Right. They're going to consider it taken. Right.
Yes, exactly. And so that again is why. That's right.
Your pre-approval letter.
That's right.
I always tell all my, clients, make sure you talk to Ed, and it's a good thing. I'm working with Fidelity Direct.
And they're familiar with the program.
They were very familiar. They are FHA approved lender. Just like you as a real estate professional, you cannot sell home unless you are registered with HUD.
Right.
So you have to be properly registered with HUD in order for you to sell HUD home. And we are mandated to do these seminars every month and report back to them how we're going into the community and promoting HUD homes, and it's free. All you have
price
to do,
you can afford. We told you it's free.
Price you can afford.
And I work with the professionals, lenders that can pre-qualify you within 5 minutes. You can send in your documentations later on.
Okay.
Once you
have been approved,
pre-approved, and then send in the documentation like tax return or whatever they required of you. So that's the first step. Once you get the pre-approval letter and you come to me and we have an agreement, and I have to show you, because you cannot, they want us to be able to show HUD homes in a safe environment,
right?
And then make sure they sell, because it's costing them money to put all these houses that doesn't sell, and houses that on the market for more than 180 days.
Yes,
got to be open to investors.
Okay.
And there's a program called Good Neighbor Next Door program.
Yes.
For first responders, firefighters, police officers, and teachers. Employ full time from pre-K to 12K. Not just I'm a teacher 2 hours a week or whatever. So the houses that are listed for 300,000, you have to pay 150,000, half. But the only catch is that you have to live there for 3 years. It has to be your primary residence, and you have to live there for 3 years. You cannot buy it today.
That's good.
That's good.
That's good. I need to do real estate part time and become a teacher, right now.
Right, so you buy a house.
Yes, yes.
What's nice about the Good Neighbor Next Door program, first off, you get tremendous value because it's 50 cents on the dollar. Right now, they
Yes.
don't negotiate on the price. If it's $300,000, they'll sell it to you 150. They're not going to take, I'll take bid 145, or it's just
Right.
50 cents. And it normally, because they are priority properties, it goes in what they call the lottery. So everybody you might have multiple bids, and then they'll pick it just like a lottery. But what's really nice about the Good Neighbor Next Door programs is a lot of times they target them in what they call enterprise or empowerment zones. I'll give a great example. I'm a Prince George's County guy. Hyattsville, 10 years ago, was an empowerment and enterprise zone area. Have you been there lately?
Oh,
It's
so built up.
staggering, right? So what happens, and a lot of times people say, well, I'm not sure I want to buy the Good Neighbor Next Door because I don't like the area. I said, are you crazy? Because you're getting 50 cents on the dollar, and you're in an area that everyone's targeted to grow. So you're getting there ahead of the market. It could be the best purchase. Obviously, it's the best purchase because it's 50 cents on the dollar. But if I was smart, I would have bought in Hyattsville, 10, 12 years ago, right?
Yes.
Or certain,
DC.
right? Or Fort Lincoln. I lived in there for a while, right? So you're looking at areas where, right, they're right, exactly. So where
That's
they're
right.
targeted now, that's hot. Like, it's a great time to buy. So the Good Neighbor Next Door, as Comfort said, it's police, EMT, firefighters, teachers, first responders. It's 50 cents full time, but you get 50 cents on the dollar. You have to live there for 3 years. They do test. They make sure you have to certify every year that you're living there. But it's a great program. One of the things about HUD, it's funny. Everybody watched the TV show and they want to be an investor and make money.
Yes.
One thing that's nice about HUD is a lot of the HUD houses may be in disrepair or deferred maintenance. Right, so what does an investor do? Right, they buy it, they fix it up, and then they do what? They sell it to our clients.
That's right.
Right, so Comfort and I came up with the concept of flipping yourself. Right, so what if you bought the property that was in deferred maintenance or disrepair? We have a program called the 203K or the home style renovation, where we give you the money to buy the house and fix it up.
Okay.
So just like an investor would do, what they buy a $150,000 house, put $50,000 in it, sell it for $300,000, and keep $100,000. Well, if you bought it for $150,000, put $50,000 in, it was still worth $300,000. Who just made the $100,000? You did.
That's right.
So instead of everybody looking for the $500,000 house in Bowie, they've got 8 contracts on, you can't do it. Find a house that you can make your own, make it just like you like it, and guess who gets to keep all the money as the investor would? You did. Right? So it's a great strategy to do that. I think there's tremendous value in HUD homes. It does take a little more work, right? You have to work with people that understand the HUD process. The lending process has very defined time frames, which is why we're experiencing it. Because if you miss them, your contract gets voided and you lose your earnest money deposit. So we want to keep that in. But there's tremendous value there if you can find the right partners to help you through the process. As Comfort said, each month we do a seminar where we talk about the properties. How do you do that? How do you make a bid? How do you work with your HUD-approved agent to go online and make a bid? It's just, I think it's an undervalued program because not a lot of people know about it. Investors know about it because they're used to making money. So what we want to try to do is help our clients make money, just like an investor would be.
That's right. That's right.
That's exactly why we're here. That's why we're joining Lisa today.
Yes. So, you guys enjoying this? Because I think this is this is not just something you just can turn on the TV and find, but we're actively presenting you with information. We don't want you to come back later and say, oh, wow, I wish I had known about that. I wish I could have done that. You can do that now, okay?
Right.
You can get started now. Like Brett said, you may not be, positioned yet, but you can position yourself. And I mean, he's preaching to the choir because I'm looking to be positioned as well for new things for the upcoming year. So you want to make New Year's resolutions? Make a resolution to have something to leave as a legacy for your family, for something to have for yourself, to have the home that you wanted. My grandmother was born in 1898. She used to have this saying. She said, you take what you have, you make what you want.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Right. And I used to watch her do that in the kitchen all the time. I used to watch her do that, it'd be time because she was a widow. My mother died when I was 3 years old. So my grandmother raised me, and she didn't have a lot. She didn't work outside of the home. And so she just had the little checks that come, in the mail. But I watched her. If there was a program, if there was something that was coming up for school, I'm thinking, man, I don't know. I don't know how grandma's going to work this out. Man, she'd work it out. She would take whatever she had to work with and do it. And so I think that if nothing else, you have been encouraged by the panel that we have today that there is hope for you to buy. There are opportunities for you to buy. You don't have to stay in the situation that you're in, because your life matters. You know, your life matters, and what you do in terms of your community, you can make the biggest contribution to your community by becoming a homeowner in your community. Then you have a stake in that community. You know, your children have a part in that community. You know, you can make a difference, because you're just like when you go from being an employee to an owner of a business, your perspective changes. When you go from being a renter to an actual owner in that community, your perspective changes about that. So all the people that are here before you today are encouraging you to increase your wealth, not look at what you don't have, but to look at what you can have, you know, if you begin to take some steps. So we're going to go around again so everybody can give out their information before we close out. And we're going to have a way to get that to you. We're working on the show's Facebook page. So I know some of you may have gone to it and didn't see what you were looking for there. But you can always reach me online when you make your comments about the show. If there's questions, if there's information that you want that you don't see, you can always reach me for that. You'll see I respond. I'm not digital. I'm actually here, and I will respond to you. So Ed, if they want to talk to you, they want you to guide them through their home buying or home selling process. And Ed is also working with, is it Diaz? Is that what you're doing instruction?
I was working with Diaz.
Okay. Okay.
But actually what we're trying to do at Keller Williams Preferred Properties is we're in the process of having our own school there.
Okay.
The Diaz is located down in
Clinton?
Clinton.
Okay.
Yeah, and our office is here in Upper Marlboro. So
Okay.
we're looking to duplicate those things. But again, I'm Ed Jefferies with Keller Williams Preferred Properties. I am on Facebook and LinkedIn. And if you want my number, you can take it at 240-676-4998. I greet you with open arms. Please give me a call.
And if you are a real estate want to be a real estate professional, because I've run into some folks recently that say, I've been thinking about getting into real estate. You can also reach out to Ed. He can talk to you about the pre-licensing classes and what they're looking to do, in terms of getting you into the field and getting you ready to go. All right, Brett.
Well, thank you, Lisa and Ed. It's a pleasure and comfort. It's been wonderful.
Yes.
My name is Brett Carter with Fidelity Direct Mortgage, based in Maryland. You can reach me at Brett, B-R-E-T-T, at fdmhome.com, or you can call me at 443-370-2908, 443-370-2908. We are also on Facebook and LinkedIn and all those other technical things that I don't know how to use, but I know we're on them. So if you can reach me,
At least it's honest.
Exactly.
Yes.
All I know when I have a problem, I call my teenage daughters and say, "Hey, can you help Dad? Because I know what I'm doing." Right? So.
I asked my daughter.
Yeah, absolutely. If I have a problem with my phone, I call my daughter. Honey, Daddy did something to his phone. Fix it.
Fix it. That's right. Fix it. All right, Comfort.
Okay, and I'm Comfort Oludipe, and I'm the RO listing agent for Fairfax Realty, Inc. And we are mandated to conduct seminars on the third Sundays of every month at our conference room, which is 10720 Columbia Pike in Silver Spring.
Okay.
And the seminars, is conducted by Brett and I, and it's always from 2 to 3. Just come as you are, and there's a lot to be learned. And Fidelity Direct supply the light snacks, and they are my sponsor.
Free and food. How can
I
you
mean,
go
how
wrong,
you
right?
miss that?
Exactly. It's free and
saying.
food.
But you have to RSVP
Right.
at Cecilia@fairfaxrealty.com, and you can reach me at 202-251-0605 or comforthothomes@gmail.com.
Excellent. And of course, for me, we are on Facebook, Real Estate Talk with Lisa. I'm on Instagram and Twitter. Twitter is RE Talk with Lisa, and Instagram is Real Estate Talk with Lisa. My phone number is 301-542-5168 if you need to reach me. You can also reach us here at the station at 301-429-9247. My email is Lisa Jeffery, Jeffery, 38@gmail.com. Again, I want to thank you for tuning into the show. Please let us know how you received the information. Forward any questions. We welcome the feedback. We always want to do better than the last show. We want to continue to grow, continue to present you with information that you can use. So the next, some of the new features that we're going to be working on going into December and the new year, we're going to have pieces from contractors where you'll be able to ask the contractor questions about home inspectors. We're always going to be looking for someone to show us the cash, as Brett did today. Talk to you about different aspects of the buying and selling portion. We're looking to maybe do a tax lien session as well as some investment work. So again, we want to thank you for tuning in. We want to thank our sponsor again. Can't talk, Ed just had dry throat. I just got like twisted tongue. I don't know what that is. So I probably won't be on national TV, but it's okay. It's all right. But Fidelity Direct Mortgage, Realty was one of our sponsors. You met our broker for our Georgetown and Greenbelt offices, Rodney Bennett. He was going to be here today. You may have seen him on the announcement, but he wasn't able to make it. But I think we've represented him well,
Yes,
represented the brokerage well today. But we want to thank him for sponsoring us today. Fairfax is a great brokerage to work for. We've been doing a lot of training. Of course, we've got some dynamic partnerships that have been developed. So we're there at www.fairfaxrealty.com, so you can check us out if you're an agent, if you are a buyer, or if you are a seller. So I hope that you guys have a great week coming up. Any other news that you guys need to get out to anybody? Other events? Any Thanksgiving leftovers? I can still come to your house.
Out there looking to join Fairfax Realty.
Say, come on aboard.
Come on.
Come on.
That's it.
It's a good company to work for.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No.
One more thing I would just like to put out there too. I didn't keep my my website. It's www.edsellsmarylandhomes.com, and another two is
that MD or is
Maryland?
spelled out?
Word spelled out.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
MARYLAND for those of you.
Okay.
And one last
You know he's a
thing,
teacher.
I promise. We also at the at Keller Preferred Properties we'll be doing once we get the real estate school opened. We will be doing continuing education courses for real estate agents to renew their licenses every 2 years.
That's right.
So thank you very much. I so much appreciate it, Lisa. It was a wonderful show. Nice to meet you, Brett.
Pleasure.
Nice to meet you, Comfort. That's a wonderful
you.
name. I like
All
it.
right. And guys, I'm working on, and I want some feedback on what you think about this. We're working on doing some giveaways during this show where you can call in and see. I know a lot of you may watch it at off hours, so I'm looking at how we can maybe give away, dinner here or there, some kind of certificates. We're going into the giving season. So I want some feedback from you about the best way to do that. So I look to see you guys next week. I'll see you at the show. Thank you.